Good morning.
Good morning, Dr. Janie. I appreciate it. Hey, everybody. Hey, I am Lolita E. Walker, and we are about to get started. Hey, y'all. Hey, it is 7:30 a.m. Yes, this is Lolita E. Walker, and I am so excited to come to you today right here on Breakfast with Champions across all of the platforms. I'm here to bring you just a little bit of coaching, cocktails, and conversations. Coaching is where I leave you just with a couple nuggets to challenge your thinking. Cocktails is not about what you're sipping on. It's all about celebrating the greatness of who it is that you are. And then conversations is the juiciness that we are about to have for the next 30 minutes. Are you ready? I am too. Let's go. Hey, everybody. Hey, yes. Let's get into it. Want to say hey to Clubhouse, where it's the family every single Thursday. Actually, you can pop on into Clubhouse every single day with Breakfast with Champions. So I am bringing you a little bit of coaching, cocktails, and conversations for all of you all that I do not know. Hey, y'all. For all of you all that are coming back on my Facebook group, Coaching Cocktails and Conversations, LinkedIn and YouTube, just want to say hey to Lynn Luckett, who has already left a comment. Great morning to you as well. Listen, all morning long, we have been talking about the amazingness of experiences in your life, experiences and how they really impact others. So I just want to go along that theme. And today I want to talk about what if your experience exists in the experience of others? I want to say that one more time. What if your experience, your own, Lolita's experiences in life actually exist in somebody else? Do you believe that that's true? Right? Can it happen? So that's what I want to talk about today, because what imprint are you leaving in other people? Willingly or unwillingly, right? Sometimes it's all about choice. So when I leave you today, I want to leave you with 6 considerations to remember that you have choice in every single thing. You are not your circumstance. So today, in what I'm talking about, I want to not only give you power, I not only want to give you some of my passion and my purpose for really bringing out the amazingness that's inside of you, because I'm a certified life leadership and executive coach, a speaker, a friend to many of you all. But this right here is really all about recognizing and being aware of who it is you are when you show up, period. Right. I, as you all know, just started teaching at the collegiate level for the first time this week. I've also this week started taking my PhD classes, right? Some of you all have been on a journey with me and will end on a journey with me when I'm right there, because I could see my future self already with the diploma, right? I'm hanging out and I'm saying yes. And all of that, right, are shaping who it is that I am. All of those experiences. See, imagine this. Imagine me coming to you every week and me talking to you about my experiences, how they shaped me, how they have opened and expanded me. Now, as I share these things with you, you are now starting to think differently, right? You're like, okay, well, maybe I can experience that, right? So, what I want to talk to you about that is that my experiences can influence my actions, because they do, which then leads to my experience that now permeates into you. I'm going to say that again, because I have this whole diagram, because as I was thinking through it, I'm like, wow, I want people to get the visual of what this thing looks and feels like. Okay. So my experiences, Lolita E. Walker, insert your own name right there. Okay. Your experiences influence your actions, right? Okay. That's clear. But then it leads to your influence on others. Okay, we're experiencing that right now together. Then that permeates into others. So think of it like a rain shower, right? As I continue to talk to you time and time again, as I'm continuing to be excited about the expanse of me and sharing about how I struggled right here, but then I picked up right here, and then vulnerabilities happen right here, and then tears and joy and all of these things. And I'm walking you through that process, this thing called life that I experienced. It is now permeating like rain showers on top of you. Now you can choose on the other side to put up your umbrella and block it, right? Because it might not be for you. You could choose to leave out of the clubhouse room. You could choose to not watch it inside the Facebook group. You could choose all of these things. You could choose to not like it and put the thumbs down. That is a choice, right? So imagine you having this umbrella that now all of these experiences and all of me, which also means all of you, is pouring into others. Are they good rain showers, or are they rain showers of toxicity? You can control that. We want to talk about choice today. And then that now shifts, right? All of this rain, all of these things that are coming through you. Think of Breakfast with Champions. Think of the thousands and thousands of people who will see this time and time again, who will hear this on two different podcasts, Breakfast with Champions podcast, as well as Coaching Cocktails and Conversations podcast, who are listening right here on Facebook, who are listening right here on part of it'll be on Instagram, who is listening in LinkedIn and who's listening on YouTube right now. Imagine the power and the influence we have simply from voice. Powerful, right? What if your experiences exist in the experience of others? And I dare to say that there are so many others that are walking around this earth that have the experiences of Lolita Walker inside of them. I'm proud of that, right? Oh, sometimes I get myself so excited. Okay, we have a couple of comments that are right here. And Dr. Jeannie has already said, good morning, good morning, good morning. Yes, I see Jackie in the building. And then Dr. Jeannie has her applause absolutely going. The experiences that I bring to you every day permeate into you, which you can choose to take or to leave. That is the power of it. But at the end of the day, when I am no longer here, what are people going to say about Lolita E. Walker? I want you to think about that. What are people going to say about insert your name? Yes, Justin Conacow. If you all are not following Justin, make sure you do that. He has some amazing YouTube videos. So here this is like, what are people going to say about Justin Conacow when you are no longer here? Are you raining down on others because of the experiences that you have? And here's the thing, we are not our circumstances. So no matter how or what or how I was raised, the beauty is that you are right here, right now. So I know that there is this ability and this willingness to receive. And now it comes to action. Oh my gosh, so good. I crack myself up. So freaking good. I want you to be able to take this. So let's lean into the 6 considerations that I have for you all today, and then we're going to talk about them. Okay. Now, here's the thing, because this is live. Okay. This is going on to a podcast. So what I want to tell my Clubhouse people who you can hear is that if you say something, you're going to just open it up, say your name so that we can hear you. And I might not see you blinking. So you want to go ahead and do that into my Facebook, my LinkedIn, and my YouTubers. Go ahead and just type it in and I will see it here. Okay. That's how we're going to roll. And if I see nothing, it's okay, because I know that I am permeating into you because you're standing right here. All right. The C. Oh, now this is in the acronym CHOICE. Okay. CHOICE. CHOICE. You know, I love a powerful acronym. One day I'm gonna write a book of all my acronyms, you guys, because they're super powerful. You ready? CHOICE. CHOICE. The C is all about choosing you. What are you choosing for you today? I choose to be happy. I choose to not engage, right? I get into I have this experience that I'm undergoing right now, and you have to choose. We talk about boundaries all the time. If you are going to allow your energy to continue in a space where your energy where it's starting to impact others. We're talking about my experiences now influence others. And if I get caught up inside of something that is not leaning into my spirit, then other people are going to start feeling that. And why would I do that to anybody else? Why would I do that to myself? So today, the C is about choosing you first. And today, I intentionally choose happiness. Today, I intentionally choose to close out my PhD work from Monday to Wednesday or Thursday. Today, what are you intentionally choosing? That is important. You got to start. And what do I always say? Clarity plus confidence equals commitment. Clarity plus confidence equals commitment. I love that. Okay. The C, because you're already choosing you, and we're starting in order. The next is this H, which is talking about honing in on your strengths. And here's the thing. Your strengths might differ from the people that are around you. Your strengths actually might differ from your parents or those people who raised you. Your strengths are yours. What are you bringing to the table today? Y'all know I'm always asking, what are your top 3 strengths? What is one strength that you know without a shadow of a doubt that you possess? I did that with my scholars this week on Monday. I teach a course, business for non-business majors, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And on Monday, one of the exercises that I gave, and I think I talked about this yesterday too. What is one of the strengths that you come to the table with? And one of them, when we debriefed on Wednesday, I asked them, how was that activity for you? And he said, you know what? Nobody has ever asked me that. And it took me like 10 to 15 minutes to even think about a strength that I had. And that is no different from this young scholar that's in college to any of us that are listening in today. I want you to think about what strengths are you bringing to the table and recognizing that you can hone in on those things. How are you leveraging that every day? Today, we're talking about what if your experience existed in the experience of others? I believe it, and it does. What if there are people that have a piece of Lolita E. Walker inside of them right now? There's thousands of them. And is that a positive thing? Did I leave greatness inside of them? What is it that I left inside of them? I want you to ask, what are you leaving inside of other people? If your experience has led to your actions, which has led to your influence on others that is now raining down on them. Can you see the picture? I mean, I can see the picture. Okay. That C and H you already have. That O is about opening yourself up to endless possibilities. That means sometimes making yourself vulnerable. That means sometimes actually being willing to listen to feedback. I give feedback all the time. Feedback is a gift. I truly do believe it. Now, you can choose what you're going to do with it. It is about choice. So, today we're talking about the power of choice so that you recognize the experiences that you have are actually sitting on top of somebody else. Oh, would you shift differently? If you thought about this every single day, if you thought about whether or not somebody is putting up an umbrella with your blessing showering down, or if somebody had their umbrella down and they're dancing inside of the awesomeness of the rain that you are pouring into them. Are they running away to get cover? Or are they standing out there and saying, yes, I will receive this? And then I want to move you over to you. Are you saying, yes, I am ready to receive the blessings that are coming out for me? Oh, so important. All right. Next is the I. The I is intersecting work, life, and home. We're going to make that intersection happen. Okay. Sometimes, and I'm not saying this is you, but it is somebody, and I have absolutely been there where we shift. Some people call it code switch, where we code switch and we want to be this way at work. We want to be this way at home. We want to be this way when we show up in this place. And it's exhausting. Isn't it exhausting? I know I've been there. So what if we show up in all of us because we recognize that the experience that we have influence our actions, which then permeate into others that may then allow them to shift to new behaviors and actions. You see how it's all coming together? Absolutely. Oh my gosh. Love it. Let's keep on going. The C is about changing now because it's a choice. Change now, done, done, and done. Now let's act in it. Right? Change now. It's done. It's like a light switch. Light switch, not light switch. Oh my gosh, I almost said something else. Life switch. What am I trying? I don't know what I was trying to say at that point. I lost it. Light switch, light switch. It's like a light switch, right? When you walk into a room, the choice you could choose, done, made it. You could choose forgive, done. Now it's the work. I will forgive you. I will choose to do that today. Now it's about the action. Make sense? Hope so. I'm going to keep on moving. And then it's about explore and know that it's okay. Explore and know that it's okay. Here's the thing right here is that I have a 10-year-old son. You all know Walker. Walker G Busy. Yes. Walker GB. He was here before. I tried to get him to come on again. We did a live. I think you all saw that, or either it was in my 10-minute power powwows, which you could go back and look at on in my Facebook group and LinkedIn and on YouTube. And we had this amazing discussion. But when I say explore, for me, exploration really happened that I remember at 12 years old. Like I was experiencing life. I was doing all of the things. Like influence was right there. What people were saying, peer pressure, all of the things. 12 years old, come on now. That was the age for me that I experienced everything. That was the age that I got in a whole lot of trouble. That was the age that my daddy said, you're going to a boot camp. So that you can remember that this is what his expectation, this is what expectations look like. That is 12 years old. My son is 10 and his exploration is happening now. It is never too young and it is never too old to experience this thing called life. Lynn Luckett says, opening ourselves up for change is necessary for growth. for positive growth? Will you choose positively today? Oh, so good, Lynn Luckett. Thank you so much. Dr. Jeannie is cracking up at something I said because I probably couldn't remember something in a moment. You know, I'm delayed, Dr. Jeannie. And Justin at one point said they're going to say I talk fast. And I'm sure that was something from way back when. I just didn't catch the comment. But yes, opening up yourself. So, what I'd love, love, love to do is to choose you first. Yes, I love that Chloe wrote that. Choosing you, I choose to love myself and be grateful for the gift of life. Oh, I love that. Gratefulness. Thank you, Chloe. Gratefulness. Do you choose to walk in gratitude? Do you choose to say, I want to thank you, God, for the good and the bad? I want to thank you, God, for the good and the bad, because blessings will come my way, but also some tough spots are going to come. But in it, I know that on the other side of this thing, there is amazingness. And how do I know that? Because I'm standing right here. Today, I'm talking about what if your experiences in life exist in the experiences of others? What if there's a tiny little piece of Chloe inside of thousands of people around the world? Because there is. What if there's a tiny piece of Lolita E. Walker that sits inside of people every day? And I know it is, which is why I also host my Women's Weekend Renewal Retreat twice a year and in person once a year. And in September, for all of you all that haven't heard of it, oh my gosh, where have you been? September 15th through the 18th in person in West Virginia, we will be going in for 4 days straight. And you think this is good, when I lean all the way in and I have some amazing folks that are coming on board, some folks who I've hired right outside of this room in order to be experts inside of the space, because you show up, I do the rest. You show up, there is a chef that's there the entire weekend. Why? Because the experiences that I have had, I want to make sure that you feel pieces of those and know that I'm standing in all of my greatness. And a number of you all are coming. I think there's still 6 spaces open if you all, and I have a discount code if you all want to come. You can, I don't know if Robin's in the room, but if you see Robin Brown, you can ping her or you can write me a DM and we'll make sure that we send that code to you. But here's the thing, you all. There's nothing short of amazingness that already exists within you. So today, as I talk about the fact that, guess what? The things that you say, your voice has power. There's power in your voice. So the things that you are saying every single day is going and influencing and permeating like rain into somebody else. What if we remembered that? Will we show up differently? Would you? Would you show up differently? Would you be more intentional? Would you think a little bit differently? Because then I want to know, are people putting up their umbrellas like running for cover because they don't want what it is that you are gifting to them? Or are they saying, yes, please pour into me? Please pour into me. All right, I'm looking at a whole lot of things. This is when you need uh um a couple of people looking at a couple of different things. Okay. Yes. So again, I want to go over choice. Again, if you want to get in, you got to go ahead, just state your name so I could pause for the cause. Okay. All right. The C was about choosing you. Which one are you resonating with the most? Choose you. Is it the C that you're resonating the most, that you're going to shift into action? The C, choosing you. Is it the H, where you're now going to hone in on one of the strengths that you know without a shadow of a doubt that you have? And if you don't know those things, then guess what I want you to do? Ask somebody. Ask somebody, what's one strength that I have that you know I have? And what makes you say that? Because you know that you're standing right here. You know that you talk every day. You know that. You know that in some type of way you are speaking, whether it is that you're coming out of your mouth speaking, whether it is that you're typing and putting things into the world on these social apps, whether it is that you show up in a presentation that you're giving somewhere, whether it is that you are an instructor that is doing something somewhere, you are influencing. So show up in all of your strengths. It's the thing that is natural for you. If you don't know it, ask someone and help that to power the opportunities that you have. Okay. The O was about opening yourself up to the endless possibilities that exist for you, right? I love what Jackie Underwood just said. She said, that's why words are powerful, because we influence others' thinkings by what we say. Yes. So let's be choiceful in what it is that we say, and then be choiceful on what it is that you receive, right? Everything that everybody says doesn't get to come into my space. It doesn't, because I put up my umbrella. I do quite often, actually. I do. You choose. Why? Today is about choice. Today is about recognizing that what you say has power. Today is about recognizing that you are not defined by your circumstance. Today is about recognizing the power that is you, the power that is choice. The I was about intersecting your work, your life, your home, and knowing that I am a whole person and I show up in all of me. You might get a little more at work because I'm really focused on work, but I still am Lolita Emmanuel Walker authentically. And that is how you get me. When people come in here to listen to me, they come because they know exactly what they're going to get on the other side. When people hire me to speak within their organizations, it's because they know what they're going to get on the other side. When people hire me to be their coach inside of the coaching group programs that I have, it's because they know what they're going to get on the other side. And I'm showing up as my whole me in every single one. When people pay to come to my retreat, it's because I'm going to show up and I'm going to give you all of me. I am my experiences that have been altered to shape the happiness that I want in my life and the purpose and the goals that I want for you. So, again, what are you permeating into others? The C is about changing now. Yes, Dr. Jeannie was cracking up because I couldn't say light switch. You know, that thing. Turn it on. Change. I'm changing. Choice. Then do the work. I am forgiving. Choice. Then do the work. I am going to be intentional. I am shifting my habits. I will choose to walk 3 times a week. Click it on. Done. Now do the work. You know, oftentimes we sit in this thing and we sit in this thing forever and ever and ever. I forget who it was this morning as we were chatting and somebody said, you know, I have to wait until this happens so that I can do this. I have to wait until this happens so that I can do this. Well, what if you can do this and then that thing happens next? What if we had the choice to rearrange the dominoes that were in our life because we can look expansively because we've seen, you know what? A podcast can start today. Make the choice, done. Now do the work. What's in your way exactly? I don't know how to do the tech. Do you not know how to do it or you're nervous to do it? Find somebody that has a podcast and ask the questions. You know tons of people that have podcasts. If you were in this room today, you know tons of people that have podcasts, including me. What is in your way? Do the work. Lynn Luckett said, the power of choice is a beautiful gift. It is. Imagine it wrapped up. Here you go. This is for you today. It is the power of choice. We have the opportunity to be miserable or motivational. So good, Stacy. Whatever had to be done, it's always a choice. Wayne Dyer said that. Look at that. I thought it was Stacy Luckett who said that, but it was Wayne Dyer. I love it. So true. So as we come up with these 7 minutes that we have left inside of this segment for each of you all that are here right now, I want to understand is, do you have up an umbrella right now? Or are you receiving what is being tied to you right now? Hey, Feline, I see you. I see your umbrellas. I see your umbrellas. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. So anybody want in? Because I'm going to keep on going for these 7 minutes. Actually,
I do, Lolita.
come on in. I do, Lolita.
Hey, it's Justin. How are you?
Hey, how you doing, Justin?
Good, good. I have fun on your live stream and love your segments. I was gonna say, like, for all those people that are wanting to start a podcast because they know the power of it, but they give themselves a million excuses. Here's an excuse remover for you, right? The power of proximity and showing up. I've been doing a podcast since 2013. I had my own production distribution guy. He's actually going back to school in September. And I recently sourced an insane podcast producer for $175 a month. He'll do 4 podcasts a week, and he manages some of the biggest podcasts
Wow.
out there. And if anybody wants them, DM me. I will literally hook you up. So what's your excuse now? If all you have to do is press record, you have no excuses. People have a way of putting speed bumps in front of themselves, but if they get around people like you, Lolita, then they get proximity to people like me.
Come on, Justin, proximity. Justin has said, guess what? Hit me up. I have a resource for you right now. I have a resource for you. So, Justin, just in case people are now listening, okay, a little bit differently, let them know again. I have a resource that does what if you want to get started on podcasting today?
Sorry, my Wi-Fi kicked on for a quick second, but you just asked me to clarify.
No. You don't have to clarify. You've already said it was super clear. But what I'd love for you to do is say, I have a resource for any upcoming podcaster to do what?
to basically produce and syndicate their podcast. So the biggest problem people have is they're like, I don't have the equipment, I don't have the team, I can't edit the podcast. You don't have to. You can literally shoot the podcast. This guy will put in your intro, your outro. He'll syndicate it on all the platforms. He'll make sure it goes out every single week, and he'll set you up for success. He manages some of the biggest podcasts in my industry, and it's seamless. And it's $175 a month. Like, tell me that's not worth it.
It is worth it to get your voice out in the world. Absolutely. So listen, there's a resource. You're here with proximity. And so there you are. Here's the thing. Choosing to ask. Right? There's power in your ask. So when you walk away today and you say, okay, Lolita talked today about what if your experience, what if my experience really existed in other people? What if the stuff that I'm doing every single day, what if my words are permeating into others? Would I show up differently? Would I have the opportunity to explore the things that I think are barriers right now? Yeah, right? Justin has come on and said, guess what? That if it's podcasting that's in the way, if it's podcasting that you want to do, I got a guy. I got a guy who's awesome at what he does. Matter of fact, Justin uses him and he has proven results. So tap in. This is opportunity. This is how things happen. What if Justin's experience is now being permeated into you? It's magic. It's magic. The power of the ask is so powerful. Is there anybody else who wants in?
Hey Lolita, this is Stacy. I popped over to Clubhouse because I wanted to say this. As I was listening to you and I was listening to the comments earlier in the other segments, I often listen to Tim McGraw's "Live Like You're Dying," and in part of those lyrics, he talks about. He gave forgiveness that he'd been denying, and he loved deeper, and he spoke sweeter, and he had been the husband that he wasn't. And these things didn't happen for this particular person that he was singing about until something happened. He had a traumatic experience that happened to him that caused him to reflect and to choose to do things differently. But I want to let everybody know we don't have to have trauma and drama and negative things to happen to us in order to get us to choose a better way, to choose to live better, to love better, to forgive, to move forward, to love, to walk in a spirit of togetherness. We can actually just command our wills to do it today. Nothing bad has to happen. We can just intentionally say, you know what? I've held on to this just a little bit too long, and I'm going to choose because I need to be free. I'm going to choose to let that go. It's an act of my will. Nothing bad has to happen. You don't have to get sick. You don't have to go to prison. Nothing has to happen for you to choose you. I'm Stacy and I'm done speaking.
Woo! Yes, Stacy, all of the things. Yes, yes, and yes. Choice, right? What if we live today like we're dying? Tomorrow's not promised. So when somebody talks on behalf of me at my funeral, I want them to say certain things. So I'm gonna live in that because tomorrow's not promised. Right? I want to say thank you to each and every one of you all who were here today. Guess what? You can catch me on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, 10-minute power powwow. You can catch me on all of the things. Come to lolitawalker.com. Join me on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on YouTube, on Instagram, on all of the things. Join me at my Women's Weekend Renewal Retreat, September 15th through the 18th. And I cannot wait to chat with you in the future. Bye, you guys. I'm turning it over to the mom link. Are they here?
Gotta get to that microphone. Hello, Lolita. Thank you so much for turning it over to us. A mic clap, a woo woo, a heart emoji, a firecrack emoji for the lovely Lolita Walker. We had the privilege and the honor to be interviewed. Amazing individual, spirit, soul, female, powerhouse. And it was raw, it was real, it was authentic, and she really asked some hard-hitting questions. So she kept us on our toes, and I think we cried and laughed and really created an amazing connection with her. So absolutely love you, Lolita, and
You too.
and connecting with her on the back end. Lolita, speaking of which, we
Hey, you guys. I
would
don't know if you're
love
here.
to meet you in person.